Thank you. Hi, I'm Dr. Angel. What a lovely little place you have here. Thank you very much. It's very warm, isn't it? And I believe it's going to get a lot warmer in the coming days. Got to keep hydrated. So, just to move these, I've got a little bit of table space. It's a lovely saying. So the first session what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Then I'm going to check you over. Going to check your eyes, your ears, your throat. Take down a few details of your sleep schedule, make sure everything's okay. And then for the first week I'm going to give you some things to try on the night times, and then we'll move forward from then, okay? Oh, I much prefer this. I used to have a briefcase, but I just found it so heavy and cumbersome, and this is just exactly what I need. It's like Mary Poppins bag. Okay. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. How old are you? And what is your current weight? And has this fluctuated at all, especially with the lockdown happening? Has it gone up or down, or does it usually stay quite level? Okay. Okay, and how tall are you? Do you drink? And how much do you drink? Okay. Do you smoke? And do you take any sort of drugs, like not medication, but kind of recreational drugs? Okay. And are you on any sort of medications at the moment? And what's that for? Okay. milligrams you take of that? And how would you describe your diet? Is there anything you have a lot of sugar or salt? Okay. Yeah, so it's not, yes, you might have more sugar than you'd like, but it's not added sugar, is it? It's natural sugars. Yeah, they're not so bad. And how many caffeinated drinks would you say you have during the day? And what time would that be? Okay, with your medical conditions, do you have any pre-existing medical conditions that you hadn't mentioned with your medications? So anything that you have but you don't actually require medication for? Okay. But it doesn't bother you at all? Has it ever bothered you? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is do a little check over of you, make sure that everything is in good working order. Just have a little look in your eyes and things, and then we can go through a couple of things to work on before bed. Okay, so let's have a little look at you. Things out here. Sticking together in this warm weather. Just have a little feel of your face. Been wondering what that little crackling noise is. It's the candle. Smells lovely. Is any of this tender? Okay. going to have a little listen to your chest. It shouldn't be too cold. I'm just going to go around the back and just have a little listen to your chest on your back, okay? Just gonna pop this in. Sounds fantastic. All sounds nice and healthy. If I don't put these away immediately, I have a habit of leaving them places. Now this, don't worry, I'm not going to put it all the way back and make you gag or anything. I just want to have a little look inside your mouth to your throat. So I'm just going to press your tongue down, but it's not going to go very far back, okay? So just open your mouth for me. All looking good then. Just going to wrap this in some tissue. I'm just going to take your temperature. Yep, 36.4. It's a good temperature. What I'm going to do now is just have a little look inside your ears. I'll be using one of these. So I've got this end here. I'm not going to be putting it far in or anything. And I've just got this, okay? that here. There we go. Everything looks great in there. Nothing of any concern. Just take these off. Okay. Right. Just got a few more things to go through here. So, would you describe what you have as insomnia, or would you say this may be just a little bump in the road and you're expecting to kind of get back into a normal routine, or do you think this is here to stay? Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to try and figure out. Obviously what we want is maybe to figure out if it's a change in circumstances, maybe if you're stressed. It could be the weather. A lot of people find when the weather changes and it starts to get very warm, their usual bedding that they're on, their quilts and things, can sometimes be a little bit too warm, and if you are too warm during the night you tend not to sleep very well. So how long has this gone on for? Was that every night? And what were you experiencing then? Was it just a case of you were feeling wide awake, or were you actually feeling tired but just weren't able to drift off? And what time do you think you were drifting off? Okay, so quite late then. And what time were you getting up? Okay. Obviously this isn't ideal, but at the moment with the situation we're in, obviously you're still getting 6 hours sleep a night, so it's not that you're going to struggle to function. You might find yourself a little bit more sleepy, but it's not something to panic about at the moment. It's something with insomnia. He is lying there and catastrophizing what's going to happen if you actually don't fall asleep. But at the moment you're actually getting a lot more sleep than some people, so you're actually able to function and continue as normal. You might need a little pick-me-up with a caffeinated drink, but there's certainly nothing to panic about at the moment. So if you are going to bed and lying there thinking, I need to go to sleep, let those worries go, because we've got nothing to worry about. Okay, so it started then. And this is every single night? And what have you tried since it started? Some medication wise, have you tried any sleeping tablets or herbal remedies? And did that help? Okay, and what time was that? And have you only done that once? It's actually a very common medication for people to take when they're struggling to sleep. It does actually say on the bottle, only take it for a maximum of 3 nights. It's wonderful, it can help you drift off to sleep, but the medication does stay in your body the following morning, can make you feel very groggy and a bit dazed during the day. Some people swear by it, they take it and it almost resets them, and other people, it might give them one nice night of sleep and then it doesn't really help after that. And you mentioned the other tablets. And they're from Boots, aren't they? They're Boots own brand. And how did you find those? Okay. No, those are not herbal. Those are proper sleeping tablets. Some people swear by them and some people, it just doesn't work. It also depends where you are. If you're not suffering from any sleep problems and you take them, you might find that they help you have a deeper sleep. Lots of things can change how these tablets work. So let me 10:30. I'm just going to calculate your TST, which is your total sleep time. How often would you say you are in bed asleep, and how many hours would you say you are laid there awake? And this includes time when you're on your phone, when you're lying there awake trying to get to sleep, if you're watching TV in your bed. How many hours would you say you spend in your bed awake? So currently you're actually spending only 1 hour more sleeping than you are in bed awake. So if you're spending 3 hours lying there waiting to go to sleep, and a further 2 hours previous to those on your phone or crocheting, you're spending 5 hours in bed lying awake, then you're spending 6 hours sleeping. It's a long time to be in bed. Obviously you would ideally not be spending those 3 hours lying awake, but what we're going to do is look at changing that over the coming weeks. So hopefully that as soon as you get into bed, your body realises that that is a place to sleep. And if obviously you're not sleeping, then you're going to remove yourself from your bed, so that eventually your body recognises your bed as just for sleeping. How often would you say you're on your phone when you go to bed? So if you go to bed, how often do you put your phone down immediately and go to sleep? And how often would you say you sit on your phone? I wouldn't be ashamed of that answer. That's pretty much everyone answers that. It's very rare that somebody either doesn't take their phone in the bedroom with them or doesn't look at their phone. Obviously, if your phone's there, it's very tempting to have a quick flick through it or read through it, but a book's always best. A book is fantastic for the eyes. It tires the eyes out. I find with a book I can't actually read enough to get into the story because I'm always fast asleep within about 10 minutes. I'm reading the book and I have to put it down. With a phone it's very different because it's a light shining in your face. So I would always recommend not having your phone there, let alone reading it in bed. But we'll get into that into a second. And on a morning when you wake up, do you go on your phone? Okay. So for this week, what I'm going to get you to do is ask you to have no screen time at least 2 hours before bed. Now I know you spend a lot of time on your phone, you don't come off your computer till quite late, but what I want you to try and do is, you said you have your crochet, you can take your crochet and do that, but without your phone there, without maybe watching TV, just focus on your crochet. And do that not in bed. If you can do that downstairs or in another room, somewhere where it's warm and comfortable, somewhere you can relax, but not somewhere where you're being stimulated by a screen. Okay. Another thing that I would like to do is for you to have a journal and a pen next to your bed. It doesn't have to be an actual journal, it can be just a little pad of paper, but the idea is sometimes we have things swirling around our minds, and as we're going to sleep and resting, it's in our head. Sometimes it can be something that you're panicking about, forgetting about, and you think, I need to remember this for the morning. If you can write it down on the pad of paper, then there's no risk of you forgetting on the morning because it's there. If you've got some thoughts that you can't get out of your head again, you can write them on the pad of paper and deal with them. Think about them as you're writing them down, and then that's it, they're done with. Another thing is cognitive distraction techniques, which is a way to kind of tire your brain out. So a great way of dealing with this is starting from the number 1000 and begin to count down from 1000 in sevens. So it's not 1999, 998, you're actually just taking 7 off each time, and the idea of that is to tire the brain out so it's not just easy for it, you have to actually think, and it fatigues the brain a little bit. Or you could think of a city beginning with the letter A, and then you have to think of another city with the letter that the first city ended with, that sort of thing. And also some relaxation music. Obviously you may need to have your phone in the bedroom, but you're not going to need your screen on. Just find some relaxation music before you head to bed. put it on next to you, and you could use it downstairs for your crocheting if you wanted to listen to something. So you could be crocheting and have that relaxation music that really gets you in the mood to have a good sleep. Or you can, when you go to bed, have it next to you. Some people like to listen to white noise or some nature sounds. There's some wonderful websites out there. I'll give you a little leaflet afterwards. You can use apps, it's like Headspace, Calm.com, or you can just head to YouTube, and it's a great variety. You can have a little look through and see what works best for you. Okay. Well, if you let me know how this all goes, and when we meet again next week, we can talk through what worked, what didn't, and we can have a look at some other techniques. Okay. Well, I wish you have some long, wonderful sleep, and I will see you in a week's time.